Well, I think one of the things I wanted to do with starting a hunting show was just to kind of showcase the average day hunter. We've got 5 guys. We're all considered family, and we're all good friends. We work hard. We have families. We work for a living, and we're just trying to showcase having fun out in the outdoors. And we're not perfect. We're not professionals, and that's what you're going to show. You're going to see and you're going to get with Wild Bow Hunting. That's who we are. We are nothing but the average day hunter, going out, having fun, and toting cameras along with us and trying to capture it all on film and share it with you. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be like you're going to a movie. It's going to be real, and we're going to make mistakes, and we're going to learn as we go through that. It's all about having fun and being Wild Bow Hunting, sharing it with our family, sharing it with our friends, and bringing it to you to share it with you. So who are we? Well, we're 5 friends and family. My name's Dennis Gantz, and I'm the guy who created this whole thing. This is where it all started, was an idea that I had, honestly, 10 years ago, and just couldn't figure out how to get it going. I've surrounded myself with 4 really good people, and I can't ask for more than that. We're all hardworking, family-oriented guys. I have my brother, who grew up hunting with me, and that's David Gantz. And you're going to see him and what he does throughout the whole entire show and throughout our adventures. I've got a good friend of mine who I work with on the ambulance. I work on an ambulance. That's my full-time job. And one of our other team members, Wally Boyle, he's our paramedic coordinator. We work for an ambulance service in the Hazleton area, where we're all from. And Wally's new to all of this. He just got back into hunting a couple of years ago, and he's brought his daughter into it, and we're having a blast, and he's been a big help. From there, we're also some first responders as well. I'm a firefighter, volunteer, and I've got 2 other really good friends of mine who are firefighters who work for a career fire department. I have Kevin Tarapchak, who's a really good friend. He's the youngest member of the team, but he brings a lot of good energy to the team, and we can't ask for more than that. Kevin's a really good hunter, and he's gotten a lot of really good deer over the years, and one that you're going to see in this season. Probably the biggest deer that we all took between all of us this year was taken by Kevin, and it's a bruiser here for Pennsylvania. And our last team member is Jim Sharp, and Jim's a career firefighter with the city of Hazleton. And I've known Jim for 20-some years, worked together with him also in the ambulance service, and he's been nothing but a big help. And we're going to have a lot of fun with Jim in this season. One thing you'll see this season with us here at Wild Bow Hunting is stepping outside of our comfort zone. And that's kind of the big concept that we have, is trying to pursue a big game species throughout each season and going somewhere where we've never been. You'll follow me on my travels as I plan to hunt in Ohio. I've never hunted Ohio. I don't know what Ohio is about. I've heard a lot of good about it. There's big deer there, big bucks. So my goal is to spend 9-10 days in Ohio, and you're going to see all the planning and preparation that goes into getting ready to go somewhere where you've never been before, that you don't have time to walk out your back door onto your private farm or go down the road to the game lands and do the scouting. This season with Wild Bow Hunting, stepping outside that comfort zone, inspiring, persisting, and hopefully achieving. Okay, so this episode, what we're looking at is opening day of archery season here in Pennsylvania. And one of the things I had to do, we were calling for some rain for the opening morning. All right, honey. I'll see you later. All right, love you. Okay, love you. Door's locked. All right, here we go. Heading down the farm. Hopefully get a little lucky tonight. We're gonna give it a go. Got a little bit of light sprinkle coming down right now, but it's not supposed to rain heavy at all tonight. So we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens.
Connected.
Head up to the ground blind that I put out last night, and pray to the good Lord that He gives me good fortune tonight. See you in the ground blind. Finally settled up in here. Just gotta get a couple more things
carried away. Just gonna get my black on here. It's just about 4 o'clock. You can feel the temperature is definitely cooled down because it's got a little colder. I put one glove on, picked the bow up earlier just to kind of draw back and get an idea for how it's gonna feel and get myself loosened up and ready. Let's see how far I am here. Chicken comes back. Just need some deer to come through here now. Anytime from now on is when I've been seeing them on the camera. Camera's set up on a tree, probably 10 yards right over to my right. Facing out to the field, so.
Caught some movement out in the same field just off to the left, and noticed there was another, might have been a small buck, but a doe coming in, and that was the goal. Try and get a deer in the freezer and get some meat ready for our Ohio trip. Later on, we had another small buck come out in the field, got to watch him until dark, and all in all, a great night, and really enjoyed it. And went home thinking, looking forward to the next time that we're going to be out, which was going to be Monday afternoon after work. All right, so it's Monday afternoon, second day of the season in PA, and I'm just getting out of work.
All right, well, I'm in the truck on my way down to the farm. It's actually 62 degrees right now, a little bit warmer than what I'd like, but hopefully good night. Well, I'm all dressed. Get the bow out. See you back at the stand.
Okay, well, I made it to my stand. I'm up in here, I'm gonna settle in. I'm gonna spray down one more time because it got a little warm getting here. It wasn't too bad. We're tucked back in nice. Got plenty of cover, shade. So that's pretty good. Got acorns falling everywhere. hopefully these deer move. Got to keep our eyes open. We should be able to hear a little bit better here because we're not right up against the interstate like I was on Saturday. So fingers crossed. Get a little makeup on her. It's about 5:15, maybe 20 after now. No deer movement yet. But I'm covered up in chipmunks. They got me going crazy here, trying to figure out what's what. Yeah, 20 after 5. About an hour and a half.
And I was getting hungry. I mean, hey, I hadn't had anything since lunchtime. So the goal was to try and sneak a snack in before any deer decided to show up. And what happens? A deer shows up.
Got a couple of deer pop out over here in this field behind me. Never fails. Bring out a snack and a deer come. Not sure exactly where they went. They could just be behind a bunch of leaves that I can't see. I'm gonna sit tight. They might work their way back over here.
All right, so we had that doe come out about 5:45, and she walked off, and it kind of quieted down for a little bit. Probably about a half hour had gone by, and I noticed a little bit of movement down to my right. And when I looked down, there was a deer coming. It happened to be a buck. Looked like a 5-6 point buck, kind of just coming in right up through the middle of the food plot. There were some more deer coming out, moving into the food plot. So we were starting to get a lot of action. None of the buck that I saw, there was, I think, 2 more buck came out in, a small spike, and maybe another 4 or 6 pointer came out, but nothing that I was going to really look to arrow this early on in the season. But there were some pretty big doe that came out, and we were looking to hopefully get one of those.
I got deer coming right here.
now it was time to just reach out to the guys and let the team know that, hey, we got a deer down and we're going to need some help.
I have my tracking team here. I got my brother, all wild team member, David Gantz, and his daughter, my niece, my godchild, Alana. I think I see the glow of my lighted knock over here, so we're going to cross this little ditch and sneak in here and see what we can find.
Right there she is, big old doe, laying down.
Here she is. She's a big doe, and that's what I was hoping to start the season off with, was with a big doe. Unfortunately, David and I have been checking our cameras back here, and we haven't seen any big shooter bucks that he or I would fling an arrow at early in the season. Lots of small ones and young buck, which is great for Brett or Teresa for their first buck. But you know, we both got doe tags, and we got no problem putting meat in the freezer early on in the season. And what a night! All wild all the time. We'll see you next time somewhere in the deer hunting woods.